P.C. can test the lightning. Nothing can defend himself against Judge lightning. Power. From Long John to the lightning. Oh, to the hills of Zion comes the lightning and thunder. From the shadow to the lightning, family business, holy business. Art and covenant business, with the light, protect, seal, name sealed in blood, light. You know, so the lightning sharp, like a razor, cut you. Feel it, light.
All right, you catch me. You've caught me out. Welcome. I went to receive my special guest. I did indeed. And he has arrived. So today's show, as you know, is episode 153. It's a rutical journey with the original pilot from P.C.R.L. And we shall be having fun today and good reasoning. So get your thinking hats on. and let's take off this journey. Let's start it again.
Blazing, blazing, blazing. This is Prince Hala, P.C.R.LI. Shelly Lightnin, badam, badam. Big. What a nice thing now for go here with kill sound boy. Eh? Kill them, Shelly. Blazing, rhythm wild. Yeah, versatile. I saw the mountains around Jerusalem. I told them. So is Shelly Lightnin around the people tonight. Yes, I. Blazing. When Shelly Lightnin play her sound, leave a sound boy dead on the ground. Now that we kill that selector, them get thrown down. What? Throw down. Oh yeah. Whoa, yeah. When Shelly Lightnin play her sound, everybody have to gather round. Some from country, some from town. Get around. What? Shelly Lightnin sound. Oh yeah. Every day bucket go away. One day the bottom will drop out. Never gonna miss that water until the well runs dry. Yeah, well runs dry. Oh yeah.
I tell you, as I set the levels, tell you, this is the sound of Prince Lincoln and the Royal Rasses. Babylon's falling. I said I'm so blessed and privileged today, so honored. In fact, I'm quite excited. I'm looking forward to this show. tell you. So today, I'm going to welcome my special guest very shortly. The journey has a real pilot today. No crash, right? So listen, there's a few things over the past week that have kind of passed through my mind. I've seen, I've thought about it, and I've thought again. So I'm gonna give you a quick synopsis, a quick rundown of the topics we'll possibly touch today, right? And then we'll go into them one as we're threading through the music, and Master Pilot is here with us guiding through, right? So the first topic is, what has sound clash and sound system really come to? Where has our vocabulary gone? You know, there is no intelligence, no style, no finesse left to the killing. You know? No, just so, I don't know, same utterances. We're going to come back to that. Because otherwise we're going to fall down in the rabbit hole. Right? And then we're going to look at the appropriation of the Jamaican culture. It's because we're so loving, so welcoming, so warm, so accepting. But do you really realize the influence that little island of Jamaica has had internationally and has globally? Not even politically, scientifically, musically, culturally, even with lingo, wagwan, irie, cool runnings, level. Not to mention the food, you know, because Ital is now the new vegan. Yes, and there's many such marvelous things we are going to discuss today. But I'm going to drop a track, and then I'm going to introduce you to my, or should I say, reintroduce you to my special guest.
They don't understand, yeah, because I am a dreadlock man. I want it because I am a Rasta man. I want to sing about your destruction, yeah. It was foretold in the prophecies. Brother John saw that revelation of all these things.
Now, in the realms of radio stations and pioneers, in the realms of talk show hosts, so we're going back even before I was one at New Style Radio with Anthony Bingham, W5 Face to Face. Predecessors, those that made it acceptable for our voices to be heard on our platforms. Yes. Because I know many of you will be thinking, interesting guest. Very much so. So when we talk about early radio stations, And you talk about South Carolina radio station, which was out at sea, started by Tony Blackburn, alongside my father. And then, I have to say, shouts out to Lloyd Cardice. These RAF fellas thought, yes, let's get something going offshore. And then the other day we lost another great pioneer within the pirate radio field, as we would say. But we call them pioneers, for they established the grounds that people like I walk on as a radio engineer and host and presenter. So today, it gives me utmost pleasure to introduce to you Pilot from P.C.R.L.
Thank you so much, Shelly. It's a great introduction, and you know, it's an honor for me to actually be here speaking to you, because you know, Shelly, I have to say that the first time that I met you was at the sending off of my great friend Cecil Morris, and who you so fondly mentioned as one of the pioneers. And it was such a pleasure to meet you. And now I've become an absolute fan of your show and your music as a very talented individual. So I think it's going to be an enjoyable afternoon of talk and hopefully, you know, some education that we can get across to your listeners as well.
That sounds absolutely marvelous. And you say a fan of mine, but I can say from like 83, yes, 83, when I got kicked back to the UK by my papa to my grandpapa for sculling school because of music. I was listening to you. I was cast away in the hills of Tamworth. And P.C.R.L., for me as a black girl growing up in a very sparse society of my diaspora, to put it politely, yeah, man, the conversations, because you broach subjects. I remember there was one topic when I don't know what it was, because obviously I was a teenager, so I didn't know but I know that, you know, like racism, that sort of thing, the struggles that we face, you know, that show there, yeah, it was recorded on my grandfather's cassette, and songs of praise get rubbed off. Yeah, that's the truth. But in saying that, at that time, my parents had just moved to Tamworth, and it was my realizing that I'm black. After being, cause you know you're sheltered, and at that age, you know, prior to that, color and these things is not in your forefront. But then you want to, my parents migrated to Jamaica, and then I got sent back 83 because of music, school, and go to music. So next morning, boom, plane flight. No bye-byes to nobody, nothing. And so for me, living with my grandfather as well, who was well strict, he was like a little lighthouse. Sunday nights, there was I know you did another night. I don't know if it was before.
I've done quite a few nights, because the thing is, what happened with me in terms of P.C.R.L. was when I started P.C.R.L., which was at the very start of it actually, I was a music presenter. But after about, I would say 86, 87, I started I didn't start the talk show, I sort of took over the talk show. It was Mikey B. I have to thank Mikey B, the late Mikey B, who came from Radio Sheffield and joined P.C.R.L. And then CJ Gospel, who was another person, was really the forerunner of the program called Talkback. Now, those programs prior to me taking on Talkback were done on the bed of music. So it was music and talk. Now, when I took over this talkback program, there was no music whatsoever. The show was done entirely on a talk basis. The only music that was involved in the program when I took it on was, I would say, the introduction and the outroduction. Yeah. So really, what happened there was, it was a program that was strictly talk, nothing else. And as you said, a lot of the subjects were very, very, should I say, community orientated, community based. And the one good thing about the show that I hosted was that there were a lot of things happening in the community that were transmitted through that particular show. I mean, we had deaths in custody, and when family, lots of that, and those types of things, very serious subjects, were discussed on the show that I hosted for quite a number of years.
Which brought in general to the wider public outside the diaspora. It actually highlighted a lot of important issues which were not being dealt with, and that's what kind of as well gave P.C.R.L. that grounding as well to be able to continue to broadcast.
I think what you find now, Shelly, is this, that we're still in the same position that we were back then, where our voices are not heard because the fact that we have a lot of alternative media, but the mainstream media still holds sway, and they do not really sort of discuss the subject areas that we want to hear. The education of our children, the safety of our children, just the safety of us in general is not discussed seriously. We're sort of told that, you're here, but we want you to be quiet. And that is one of the reasons why I felt that P.C.R.L. was raided so often, was the fact that we were trying to educate people and highlight particular subjects that a lot of were getting lost, and you wouldn't hear them on the mainstream media.
And I like the fact that you raised that point, Pilot, because it's true. And it brings us back round to last week's topic of discussion of what the origination of roots reggae music was. It was a way for us to express unheard voices, issues, commentaries, lifestyles, everything.
Well, you've got to sort of you've got to hold the Rastafari high in promoting reggae music, in actually driving reggae music, because as you just said, Shelley, it was about a message. It was about social issues. It was about highlighting social issues. That's why a lot of the music that we listened to 50, 60 years ago, we're still listening to today, and they still make so much sense. I was just thinking that an album that I listened to, and I'm aging myself here. Lee Perry. Mm-hmm. Lee Perry made an album called Super Ape, which was it was a lot of instrumental tracks, but that album is still revered today. That famous track of Underground. I don't know if you've probably heard of the track. Dreadlocks is also on it. So many great tracks on that Lee Perry album, and that's 1976, which is 50 years ago, and people are still listening to that album to this very, very day. And when you get artists like dreadlocks, and I know a lot of people talk about Bob Marley and who is, they say he's the father of reggae music, but I tend to look at some of those artists who are not so much heralded. Your Johnny Clarks,
Yes.
your Horace Andys,
Yes.
who are Junior Delgado. I love the late Junior Delgado. I have to say, sadly, I mean one of the tracks that I love from Junior Delgado was a track called Fort Augustus. Absolutely brilliant track. Sly and Robbie on the rhythm section. It is an absolutely instrumentation in that particular rhythm track is still great. It was great then, and it is still great now. Oh, you've got it lined up.
No, we're gonna go with Foot.
Oh, Junior Delgado. Okay.
Because many people don't know this is Junior Delgado.
Yes. Yeah.
Telegrand Rising, Simon Peter. Simon Peter says, greetings and blessings from sunny Sweden. I'll be working on my boat while listening. Hi, Jane. Blessings to you. Also to you, Mr. Vassal. Yes, man, today's gonna be one of those marvelous shows.
Ninga 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 ne. Ninga 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 ne. Ninga 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 ne. Ninga ninga ninga.
Yes, this is Silky representing for Shelly Lightnin, the queen of radio.
Me now. I said, wow, 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 wow. Come love me now. Wow, 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 wow. Come love me now. And, yeah, man, big up yourself, Shelly Lightnin. Saying most way, keep the fire burning. Saying, yeah, man, big female producer, we know you like that. Big up. Vivian Jones says something. Ninga, 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 ninga. Ninga 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 ne. Ninga ninga ne. Ninga 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 ne. Away me brethren there. Away me hygiene him there. Away the innocent one there. Away me brethren there. Some used to be mechanic. Some used to be a carpenter. Some used to be a tailor. Some used to be a sailor. And now them take up new trade. And now them take up new trade. A strictly liar than thief. A strictly liar than thief. And no apprenticeship necessary. No apprenticeship necessary. To be liar than thief. To be liar than thief. Them blame it for our times, yeah. Them blame it for our times. Them blame it for our times. Them blame it for our times. Oh gosh, we me bread in there. Away me hygiene him there, yeah. Away the innocent one there. Away me brethren there. Some used to be mechanic. Them used to fix old car.
I tell you, it's so true. As you pass through and you go through the years, many people who you'd see on a regular, you don't see them so often. But for major functions, etc.
A strictly liar than thief. A strictly liar than thief. And no apprenticeship necessary. No apprenticeship necessary.
Yes, Shelly, I'm so impressed in your musical knowledge and how you present the music, because in the short space of time that I've been listening to you on a Sunday, I've been so engaged and impressed, honestly. You know, I'm making you blush. Well, rightly so. You are, you know, you really are sort of driving the music forward. And you will talk to me earlier on about some of the subjects you want to discuss, and about how Clash has changed from what I know it as, and my time would be a little bit before yours. If you were listening to me when you were a teenager. So yes. Yeah, my time would be a little bit before yours, and a Clash to me was something to look forward to. It was absolutely something to look forward to.
And sound so
yeah, it was a great thing. I mean, I remember those days where you'd get stringing up in a dance hall, you'd get Sir Coxsone sound, Jazz Shaka, you would get Quaker City, you would get Mafia Tone. And it would be an absolute pleasure to go to those dances. And you weren't hearing these dub plates which, you know, the sound's name was mentioned in the first 2 seconds, or and then they just take it off. And no, that's not a dance to me. I'm sorry.
You see, now we are in great agreement, because number one, I watch a lot of selectors and DJs. Numero uno, they don't watch the crowd. Observe the crowd. When you go to a function, arrive early, so you don't run back everything where the man will just play run. Numero uno. Two, it's like nowadays everybody playing out of one bag, sounding the same. Whereas in those days, different sounds had their sound, their style of music. Sir Christopher them was known for like Moody's and them vibes there. You know? You had Count Suckle, you had Duke O, right? And Moambessa. Every sound had their set of music that their followers were looking forward to hearing. Not hearing the same thing coming from every single sound. Then secondly, when it comes to the Clash now, I watched a big event over the weekend with some foreign sounds and this and that. And really, is all them can say. You know, it's just, you invite females, empresses, ladies, damsels to come at the place. And then you behave like you don't have a mother. You know? Like, seriously, if you had a good mother, all of you suckled because you would have been breastfed. So how is it an offense? And I need to really like lift up on the meds and bring something to the public for their monies. You know, entertainment. Back in the days, like Studio One. All right, let's touch our Studio One. Treasure Isle, Duke Reid, Coxsone. Sound systems came into play because the bands used to play and entertain the people. Then they'd have an intermission, and then the people were getting bored. So then a man had a bright here there say, I'll bring 2 records, and in the thing in one turntable, yes, with his back to the crowd, yes, and be juggling in the meantime, right? And then it was about bringing the freshest music, the sweetest music, the music that get the crowd rocking. Now, to me, sound appears to be just an egotistical thing.
I don't know. I think you've said so much there, Shelly, that I'm just wondering how I'm going to respond. But I will respond this way, because back in I'm going to say my day, which makes me sound old. Sounds not only had their own music and that the fans wanted to hear, but they also had a unique sound. Nowadays, everybody more or less buys the same equipment, which is driven by a PA system now. Whereas in my day, you actually built a sound. You built your boxes. You installed your speakers, and you had a unique sound that was away from anybody else. I mean, it was nice to go to Sir Christopher's memorial a couple of weeks ago, where you had 3 sound systems actually stringing up, which is something that we very rarely see these days. I mean, there were some dances that I went to in my time where there was 4, 5 sound systems in one situation. And believe me, you still had entertainment during the whole night. It was absolutely a beautiful evening. You know, and those are the days you can actually remember. But now I see, and as you say, Shelly, men and women dancing together, which is something that, well, you rarely see unless you go to a revive dance or a vinyl, particularly a vinyl dance. And you know, there again, the thing is, I just wonder to myself. I mean, my wife, as soon as she hears the word clash, she says, "I'm not going. I'm not going." I actually said, I went to Clash of the Gladiators, which was a revive showcase at the Legacy Centre in Newtown, and I said to my wife, let's go to this clash. And she said, no, I'm not going, because it said clash. I went with my daughter. And she had an excellent time. It's good that she still wants to go out with her father. It's good that she still wants to go out with her father, but you know, that's another thing, because she's grown up on a certain type of music, and she actually still purchases vinyls, which I find I find absolutely amazing that she's gone down that route, you know.
You see, because vinyls can't go, they just can't go out of style, you know, and they carry so much history, so much energy. When you think that maybe some of these vinyls in here over 50 years old, that's a whole heap of energy, a whole heap of playing, it's a whole heap of care. You know, it's not like, I tell you the truth, I don't care my CDs as much as I care my vinyls.
Yeah, the thing is, it's obviously more difficult to carry records around than it used to carry CDs and a USB stick or a laptop with the MP3s. And I can understand that technology has moved on, and you've got to move with the time. So it's something that we've got to live with. But it's so good when you can play that vinyl. It sounds, the analog sound that comes out, as you know as an engineer, is very different to the digital replication of it. I mean, I've bought singles on a 45, which sound different to the LP versions because of the width of the groove. The width of the groove, and obviously the speed as well. On the 45-inch, you get a better bass line, whereas on the LP version, it's a wider rotation, as you've just said so. Yeah. That's right. So it's all those vagaries with vinyls that if you haven't got the ear for it, you know, I always liken it to a track by a group called the Wailing Souls. Now, I used to love, and a lot of people love this track called Very Well. Now, I bought that on vinyl, obviously. But when I heard the CD version, it just sounded so different to the vinyl version. It was a stark difference in how it sounded. And again, as I said, it's just that musical ear that you're lining up another Wailing Souls track. Okay, right. Energy.
Because it's the energy that
Yep.
it gives you, you know? Had to touch the Wailing Souls called Energy.
Soul and fire, you're my one desire. Energy, I can't do without you. You are life and it's true. Oh, oh, my energy. Brighten up my days, warm up my nights. When I'm with you, everything is alright.
And I tell you, if you want to add anything or say anything, feel free. Just comment. I'll put it up on the screen and we can all, you know, because it's about us. It's about keeping the sound system positive, keeping the reggae positive, keeping it real. Do you understand? Not degrading each other, and you have to learn to kill with class and style, intellectually. You know what I say? Yeah, it only take one special for kill a sound, you know, just one. You understand? So now have to just, yeah.
Yeah, I was. I'm a big fan of. I think a lot of people know this of Sir Coxsone sound. I think I just rate him as one of the.
Coming back to that topic.
I just rate him as one of the great sound system operators in the UK, if not in Europe, and that's just my opinion. And the one thing you get from Coxsone and his former selector Festus is that you're not getting any slackness at all from Coxsone sound, and yet he still remained a top-rated sound system from back in the 70s. Tony Screw from Downbeat, yep. Back in the 70s to even up to now. Okay, Coxsone's more on reputation these days, but I'm just saying that the class that he shows and still shows up to this very day. I mean, he played a set at Sir Christopher's memorial as well, and he got an award. And I managed to catch a few words with him, which was quite nice as well. Yeah, that was quite good. And I'm hoping that I can actually do a long form interview with him to get some more information. Ask him some of the unusual questions that nobody normally asks, because it's normally around the sound and and so forth. But sometimes you want to hear about the life sacrifices that somebody had to do. I spent my last penny on a 45, and that was a 45 that mashed up the dance or something like that, you know. And I'm sure that happened in a lot of the sound system sort of genre and sound system, you know, sort of entertainment. And again, I'll say this: I respect every single entertainer, everybody who goes out and delivers and defends music and just entertains people. Because there's so many people who say to me, "I've got a bag of records at home. I've got this. I've got that." But can you go out? Can you go out to an audience of 100, 200, 300 people and play those selections in such a way that moves the crowd. And there are not many that can do that. Trust me. So these consistently. So entertainers, don't underrate them. They are very special people. You know, and I'm here to defend the entertainer as somebody who comes from that background myself. You know, as I say, yes, you have to feel the spirit. And I must thank you, Shelley, because since the death of my great friend Cecil Morris, you know, prior to that, I've been very quiet. I haven't appeared on anything. My voice has been pretty quiet, but speaking to you after you approached me at his going home, I was so surprised that when you kind of talked about your history and how you used to listen to me. I was absolutely. I thought, who are you talking about? That's why I looked around when you at the Bingley Hall, when you sort of touched me and you said, well, I've been listening to you since I've been, and I'm thinking, what, listening to me? you know, so I thank you for sort of getting the fire back in my belly to start coming out and speaking out. And you know, again, P.C.R.LI was a large part of my life, and my life and Cecil's life are so intertwined. I don't think people. I've got so many stories to tell about that particular aspect, and I thought, you know, I'm getting more. Yeah, this sister's kind of giving me more the energy to come out and start talking again, which is a great comfort.
You know, it's always a joy. You know, iron sharpen iron, and when I don't know how I would have got through many of those Sunday nights after having do the washing up, make sure I polish my shoes to school the next day, and these things. And you know what I mean? Whilst my friends were out and I was not allowed, then it was a comfort to me. So to hear you utter such words, it's truly a joy. And it all is just gratitude to the Almighty, because life goes full circle. And when things go full circle, then you know that you're on the right path, because the Almighty sends confirmations of, you know, like sometimes, like you fully well know, doing this is not easy, and sometimes you think, sure, forget about it.
Yeah, I think you're giving so many people so much joy in terms of the way you play the music, and you have a feel for the music as well. You know, so you carry on the great works that you are doing with this particular show. I'm sure that so many people are getting so much entertainment value from it. But as I say, coming back to that evening that we actually met, it just made me think that you always have to be on your best behavior, because you don't know who is watching you, and you don't know who is taking example from your own behavior. So I'm glad that my behavior was positive enough when you were listening to me on the radio. That
you didn't, like, even though you listened to other people's opinions and their expressions, you'd still bring it back around to where they have to think within themselves about what you've actually said. And it was never ever with any umbrage, any malice, it was always just so respectful, and you know, yeah.
I've always tried to be that type of person where when I say something, I try not to say it with malice or hatred. And I think that is partly why maybe my voice is still relevant, because of the style that I sort of portrayed in that time and still go with now. I mean, I'm sure you recall when we were all locked down in COVID time, from 2020, March 2020, 23rd of March. That's when Boris Johnson locked us all down. Now, that period of time up to now has given me great thought, and a lot of time. I spent a lot of time sending, WhatsApp. I composed a lot of different types of messages, and some of them were very long. And if you got to the end of them, I do actually, I give you a medal for getting to the end of them, because there was so many things that went through my mind about us as a people and how we were going to move on and get out of this, as Bob Marley said, mental slavery. Yeah. And that has never, ever stopped. That still continues now. If we go to a lot of countries in Africa, it is shocking to find out how Eurocentric those countries are. Even in the Caribbean, you will know yourself. You know that you go to the Caribbean, and a lot of it is following the American way, as opposed to beating your own path. If it's not the American way, it sort of goes left field, and we need to move away from this Eurocentric thinking, and get into our own groundation. That is just my opinion.
Now we're going to touch on that topic, because there's a specific topic going on social media about trust, where certain other diasporas have told their children, should they get lost, always look for a black woman or a black person, because you'll be safe. To say nonetheless, the question is, if we are trusted by so many other races, then do we trust each other as much as those other races trust us? We're going to Lego for a minute, scene. We'll be back. Take tune.
I say earthquake lightning and thunder upon them, and those that fight against the upright in heart, you know. Those that fight against the upright in heart shall perish, you know. Yeah, man, they shall melt, you know, and shall blow away, you know. By the chaff, you know. Rastafari, El Selassie, this is Ras Bonito, you know. Blessed love.
Sing the song of a Rastaman, 'cause he's a hell of a man who don't believe in wrong. That's what makes him strong. Him come from Zion. But you were taken away by captivity, brought down here with Babylon in poverty. There is no place for class nor race, for all our brethren in this world, through your grace. And you are a lion. But you were taken away by captivity, brought down here in Babylon in poverty. Nobody feels the pain like you do. Nobody feels the shame like you. Been robbed of your culture, taught to hate your black brother. Nobody feels the pain like you. Sing the song of a bingy man, 'cause he's a hell of a man who don't believe in wrong. That's what makes him strong. Him come from Zion. But you were taken away by captivity, brought.
Civil war is not over until we today have done our part in fighting it, as well as understanding what happened when the Civil War generation fought. There's no such thing as slavery anymore. We're all citizens. But if we're all citizens, then we have a task to do to make sure that that too is not a joke. If some citizen live in houses and others live on the street, the Civil War is still going on. It's still to be fought, and regrettably, it can still be lost.
A love I can feel, my woman's love. I need a love that is real. I need a love I can feel.
Tell the sons of Earl.
I never knew what love
Earl
could
16.
But I always thought that you were the girl to make my dreams come true. I need a love that is real, yeah. I need a love I can feel, yeah. 'Cause love is a thing that comes and goes. Love is a feeling, and it will always show. I need a love that is real. I need a love I can feel. You're the one that give me love when I need it so bad. You're my woman, just tell me that you love me.
that is real. Yeah. I need the love I can feel. Yeah. A love that is real. My woman's love. You're my woman, and tell me, girl, that you love me. I need a love that is real. Yeah. I need a love I can feel. Yeah. I never knew what love could do, but I always thought that you were the girl that would make my dreams come true. I need a love that is real, yeah. I need a love I can feel, yeah.
Yes, Shelly, thank you so much for allowing me to play some of your selections. I've been looking through your 45, your 45s, your vinyls, and finding some that I appreciate. So thank you very much for allowing me to play them on your show.
It's a joy. Who would have thought? It's a joy. Who would have thought when I was recording you so many years, sneakily, without being caught, that I'd be standing here with you today?
Yeah, meeting me in the flesh, as they say. But yeah, it's as I say, it's an honor and a pleasure for me as well. And looking at your career, Shelly, you've done so much in terms of. You've produced over 150 tracks? Is it more than that? Yeah. So you've done so much, and some of your jingles are, top class. I'm absolutely impressed and in awe.
Thank you.
But as I said, it's good that after all the years that you've been listening to myself, obviously I didn't know you were a listener of mine. It's absolutely fabulous that we can actually meet up now. Maybe something's fated here. I don't know. Well, everything for a reason, they say.
World-renowned rhythm and blues singer Sam Cooke on Studio One, Party Time, taken by Cox and Dodd. And then we're gonna give you Girl from Ipanema by John Holt. And then we will give you the Everything I Own by Ken Booth. Yeah, how's that for a Sunday treat?
Radio.
For I need someone to hold me tight. For I feel so lonely tonight. All I ask is that you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, oh. Till I hear 1,000 drums roll, I ask for this and nothing more. All I ask is that you love me, love me. Someone to love me. Oh, love me when I'm sad, love me when I'm lonely, love me when I'm glad, and love me only, just love me. Till we make time stand still, till our hearts beat as one, and they will beat as one if you just love me, love me.
So I thought while we're at it and we're talking about covers and progressions, then how That would have been 1969, 71.
Right. I'm just trying to think of the actual year. Yeah, it would be Studio One. Yeah. Yeah.
Mighty Georgia, give you the praise for all of your ways.
So as music is derived,
You know, reggae is a lasting music, and it will be here now, and it will be here after my time is done. And people will still be dancing to reggae music because it's a genre that will just live on. It will just keep reforming itself, reinventing itself. Sometimes not in the best traditions that I want it to reinvent itself to, but it will endure. It will always endure.
Loving Lord, I love your way. You're my meditation. And every night I kneel and pray. You ease my frustration. If I lose the way, your word it will guide me.
all right, gotta big up Claude Truby on this one. Easy King Spears.
I've got to big up your voice on this one, Shelly. I really have to. You have an absolutely excellent voice, Shelly. And I you know, as I say, I've become a fan. You've got me as a fan.
Yeah. Now equals that you are the soul rebel says, I'm a rebel. Now Shelly Lightnin, trust me. I just shoot the lightning when you're up on the ear, you know, baby girl. So keep it up, yeah? Yeah. Shelly Lightnin.
Dark brown shade of my skin. Only add color to my tears. That splash against my hollow bones. That rocks my soul. Ah, yeah. Hi, this is Ken Booth, and you're tuning into Shelly Lightnin. Don't touch that.
You know, Brother Bob has always given us some inspiration, and I have to say, he's one of the go-to artists when it comes to lyrics and understanding of just life. Where does he sing "The Rain Don't Fall on One Man Holds Top"? What's the truth? So much things to say. So much things to say, and you know, it's tracks like that where there's a lot of things being said, and if you're not tuned into it, you'll miss it. I mean, now we heard President Trump saying that he was going to obliterate a whole civilization, and I hear no world leaders commenting or even pushing back. In fact, some of them are encouraging him. I hear reporters and news people actually laying the ground to say it's okay for President Trump and America to do that. And when Bob Marley's singing about one, the rain's going to fall on everybody's housetop, if you do that, the nuclear fallout will fall not on your enemy, but it will also fall on yourself. and that's what Bob's singing about in those tunes. You know, so you've got to listen very carefully to some, and that's where we've lost some of the dynamism in reggae music in terms of the lyrics that people are some of the artists are putting out now. Is it moving the music, the genre forward? And we were just talking about some of the people who are actually delivering reggae music, some of the sound systems and the characters within the sound systems, whether they're doing a good job. And you mentioned earlier on about sound clashes, and I was talking about Quaker, Coxsone, Shaka, Fat Man, those types of sounds. I've watched some of these clashes on YouTube because I refuse to go now. I absolutely refuse to go because I'm not prepared to hear 2, 3, 4 seconds of a tune, and then it's just to me that's not a clash. That's not a clash. I mean, that's something else to me, and it needs to change. Especially, I mean, those dances only attract. We call them bull dance, because there's so many men in there. the women, and when the women do come, there's it's who can go the lowest with profanity. Well, I'm not prepared to. You've got to be intellectual as a music, should I say, somebody who's transmitting music. You've got to be intellectual. Getting down to the lowest common denominator, in my opinion, is not the way that you really entertain the masses or move this business on. I mean, as you said, when it comes to threatening the crowd, threatening people, the DJs. The sound system people threatening the crowd. What sort of example is that setting to our young people? It is just manifesting a behavior which is not going to be productive in the long run. It sounds exciting now, and many of the things that are quick fixes for something are always exciting. It's like drugs. People take drugs to get a quick high, but when they come down, they need to get back on that high again. We need to be a little bit more constructive in our thinking. That's just my opinion, Shelly. I mean, many people who are listening to your show now may disagree with me, and they have all rights to.
No, you see, I agree with you, because if you come out to entertain the crowd as a sound system, whether it's a display, whether it's a clash, there should be certain levels of professionalism, certain levels of just being cordial, a musical death, but it's not life and death. Yes, and the music is because when the sound systems came in, it was about who could bring the nicest music that going move the crowd the most, And for me, when I look up and see a crowd just stand up like this,
yeah,
and every scan I just, and then, I'd like some of the people and really take themselves go up there and stand up. It's not easy, And so when you go out, and if you don't appreciate the music, then you don't have to clap or you don't have to cheer. But you don't have to boo either. You can just be silent, because I think it's more effective than the boo, in essence, really.
Yeah. But what does surprise me, Shelly, is that some of the music that is being produced now, and when I see some of the ladies who are, I don't know, shaking whatever they've got to some of the tunes which are very disparaging towards them, I do wonder what is going on here. in the fact that the women should probably boycott those types of music if it's singing about them in a derogatory way. As you said, everybody has a mother. Most of us have sisters. Most of us have aunties, daughters, grandmothers. You know, and we should be worshipping those people and not be derogatory towards them. You using them as a weapon in some cases. Yeah, you were going to say, Shelly.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Talkative, Trinity Screw, Empress Siva Menin. Today's show, yes, I know. We're just talking about one and two topics here and there, you know, because it's important to highlight when things are great, you know. Yes, like Bank de Leon over there at Wolverhampton. Yes, 30th of May. Just put that in your diaries. Just stick a pin right there. Put it on your Google calendar and just stick a pin. Yes, greetings, Mr. Talkative, and one and all. Everybody logged in, logged on. So, yeah, I don't see the necessity of displaying yourself in such an aggressive and ignorant manner in the name of music. And then you see, then we have the questions, ooh, certain sound only gets certain privilege, you know? Well, why would that be? You know, and then you want to say, oh, these sets of people are running with our music, these sound systems. When you listen to the sound systems in Brazil, in Suriname, and all these places, they're not pushing what we are pushing. And I say we're in the general aspect, so as to include, but not to include myself in the general nature, because individually and collectively, them would just say reggae. They don't differentiate and say dancehall and say, you know, bashment, and it's just reggae, you know?
Yeah, you mentioned Brazil there. It's funny you should mention Brazil because he probably has one of the, or did have one of the biggest sound systems, but also one of the biggest slavery, you know, markets as diaspora as well. There's a big diaspora for slavery as well. So
and Mexico, because
yep, yeah, they can't. Go on.
Yeah, you're very much right, because the old Mexi, which is how Mexico was named, they were taken from Jamaica, the Taínos, and you know, like the Caribs and the Arawaks. They have different stories and myths, but then there's actual history. So the Olmecs were taken from Jamaica, and through that passage up through Mexico, up through to South America.
Yeah, you know, reggae music resonates with so many people. As I was saying, I was in Jamaica in January, and I happened to go to the Dub Club, which is up Jackson's Hill in Kingston. And what a great night I had that evening. Pure roots music. It goes from, I think it's 6 until midnight, I think, and it's a great atmosphere. It's on a hill actually, where you Jack's Hill. That's it, Jack's Hill, the Dub Club. Yeah, brilliant night up there. And when I always when I look around, sometimes I think to myself, how come there's so many people of other communities who want to be in on that scene? It's so I don't know. It's so strange. Other nations who want to, and I'm talking about people, a lot of other nations, yeah, from different. Honestly, I'm thinking, how come these people want to be in on this scene? The root. Yep, and it's good that you should mention that, because a lot of us, in terms of myself and coming from my generation, a lot of my education in terms of Africa, black culture, came from roots music, and I actually done a WhatsApp post. I titled it "The Persecution of Rastafari." I don't know whether I've sent that to you. I might have sent that to you. I'm not sure.
I tell you what, I want you to read
I done that in 2022. It's on my phone somewhere.
All right.
Hang on, you want me to read it?
I'm gonna let you look for it.
Okay, just let me look. Yeah, okay.
Stand firm, stand strong. The final hour won't be too long. All the doors open by the most high Rastafari. Only the chosen few shall enter. Oh yeah, yeah. No tolerance for Babylonian redefinition. No compromise for the righteous mission. No negotiation with the wicked. No argument with the willing ignorant. Make the people know straight away. Where do you stand? Tell me, where do you stand, soldiers? Can't serve two masters. Where do you stand? Do you stand for good or do you stand for evil? Once again, where do you stand? Show me your hand, soldier. It's only one or the other. I've got to know. Do you fight for good or do you fight for evil? Oh yeah. Nobody tell me there is no absolute. For every lie there always must be the truth. For nobody tell me there is no left, no right. For every day you know there must be the night. I know you stay with the darkness, so step into that true light. Choice is yours. Where do you stand? Tell me, where do you stand, soldiers? You cannot serve two masters. Where do you stand? Do you stand for good or do you stand for evil? Once again, where do you stand?
On fire, asking me what I think about the case for the X6. If what happened is justice, it's like a farmer asking for rain. But how can you want rain and you don't want the lightning and the thunder that comes with it? I am the lightning and thunder that comes with the rain. That is justice. Our national bird is no more a hummingbird. It's no jankro. Don't think that I am parapinto. Aren't we all feeling the sorrow? Is that justice? On fire!
The justice of man is different from the justice of the Most High.
We want justice.
The justice of the Most High is truly just, truly just.
Mr. We want justice.
The justice of man is different from the justice of the Most High. The justice of the Most High is truly just.
Everybody sing out for justice. On fire! Man delighted in making up laws and delighted even more in breaking them down. Like children playing by the ocean, building up sun towers and breaking them down with laughter. Where is the poor man's justice? Everybody's talking about this case with the X6, saying that if what happened is justice. But I can tell you this, wherever there is crime, them say there should be punishment. But wherever there is crime, sometimes there's no punishment. So crime and punishment do not go hand in hand every time, especially if you got money and got the right kind of links. And fire upon injustice. Them say that the law is tough, it's a rock, and I say only for the poor. Because if the law is tough and it's a rock, tell me if the rich is a chisel and a stone hammer, that they should break it. And some say that the law is a chain, but I say only for the poor. Because if the law is a chain, tell me if the rich is a line of Judah, why they break it? Then take the poor for fool or what? According to Babylon, them say if you break the law, you're a felon, and what you commit is felony. But I ask, how would you punish him that do not break man's law but break your law? Thou shall not this and thou shall not that, and thou broke the whole of the law them. And fire!
The justice of man is different from the justice of the Most High.
Mr. We want justice.
The justice of the Most High is truly just, truly just.
Mr. We want justice.
The justice of man is different from the justice of the
Yeah, Shelley, as I was saying, I wrote this and posted it on WhatsApp to quite a number of people, all my contacts. In actually the 8th of September 2021, so some, what, 5 years ago? 5 years ago. And I'm just going to paraphrase this because I can't read all of it. I'm just going to sort of read snippets of it. So it starts off, not everyone will agree with my summation of this subject area, but I feel this particular course of UK history was and still is a very shameful period and one we should analyse honestly. Let me state that I did not wear dreadlocks, but Rastafari was a very important aspect of my youth and still is to this day. And I'm talking about myself there when I say that. My formative years were spent growing up in the Church of England, where I attended service every week and Sunday school as well. Now, it taught me some things, it set boundaries, but it was never invented to really educate me. So it's the music of Rastafari which carried a positive force that educated and inspired. And I remember going to youth sessions in Birmingham, Canterbury Cross, Newtown. You went to Canterbury Cross? You couldn't have went to Canterbury Cross because you'd be too young.
No, man, I went to the Brownies round there as well.
Oh, well, you probably went, yes, you probably did go to Brownies round there, yeah. Newtown Community Centre, Beaches Road, West Bromwich, Horizon in Smethwick, Rookery Road School, and I can name so many of them. So basically, what happened was when you played, say, a burning spear in the dance, and I state the lyrics there as you say, they take us away from, yeah, go on, you take, yeah. You read that.
They take us away from Africa with the intention to steal our culture. The good father passed by and say, humble yourself, my little one. Humble yourself, my children. Humble yourself. The dance went ballistic because everyone in that venue knew it was a truth. So a sense of consciousness developed and a course of youths wanted to find out more about themselves.
Yeah, that's beautifully read there, Shelley. You're reading it better than me, and I'm the one who actually wrote it. Would you believe? At that time, some young people that decided to go down the route of Rastafari and wear dreadlocks were treated with scorn within their own households. And believe it or not, some of their families were steeped in religion but exercised zero tolerance and so they had to leave home at an early age. In some instances, the youths created homes for themselves. This would include taking over, an unoccupied home and one individual renting a premises, and then others who would otherwise be homeless would occupy the premises. At that time, those premises were called House of Dread, as you so rightly said. So you remember all that? Yep. Okay. Don't get me wrong, the Rastafari movement does have its faults, but if you look at the fact that youths were awakened, I sort of forgive certain aspects that would be deemed as negative. Now, I'll just move down to the bit which is relevant and what I call the persecution of Rastafari. So in the 70s, dance promoters would hold events at Locarno, places like Mayfair, Digbeth, and other venues in the city. And then suddenly in the 80s, the clubs issued a no headgear policy. Of course, a Rasta man wearing his crown, he's not going to take his crown off for anybody. So when a Rasta went to those venues, what would happen is they would be refused entry. And the problem is what happened, we the general public went along with that they banned Rasta from coming to dances.
Now what you're saying there is very, very important, especially when it comes back to the topic with Sir Lloyd Coxon. and him saying the fight and the struggle that they had to go through in those early days for sound system to be played, and then
Yeah, that's correct. And as I say, if you listen to Lloyd's journey, you will find that he's probably been arrested numerous times. He also went to jail several times at least, just in order to play sound system. So the persecution of Rasta, and the thing is, the community went along with those clubs, and it would seem that this other sort of fashion started up in the 80s, where everybody was a soul head. The men would go out with their curly perms, and they didn't even want Rasta in the dance because of the music genre. And to me, yeah, soul music, fine. You get a lot of funk, which was covered social issues, but a lot of it was what I call lollipop music in some respects. It wasn't like your hard groundation roots. It's something that anchored you to the ground. And that was what went missing from dance halls when they excluded Rastafari from, and that is a shameful period in my opinion. And it's a period that we should look back and never repeat. If clubs ordered a ban on Rastas coming in, and they had to take their hats off, we should never, as a people, go along with that. We should boycott those venues.
You're right. But then I remember where I lived in Aston, there a very prolific Rastafari of our community now, and a high priest, bless up Uncle Colin Rastred. Yeah.
Yes. No,
I remember when Uncle Colin start locks. See, my mother up the road, and my mother and his mother good friends. And him mommy I run up the road until him I run up. Lord, Rosie, come quick. Mary, come. Boy, I'm mad. Because him, Auntie Pauline, she have the candle wax and a locks up and sit down at the back step, and you understand? So our parents saw it as one of the most degrading things, and then you have to look back at the Coral Gardens massacre.
Oh yes, it's recent. It's actually recent.
Very recent, late 70s, early 80s, right?
No, just before that, wasn't it? No, the actual celebration of it, the anniversary of it is.
Yes, it was last week.
Last week, that's right.
It was, yes, but I remember going even to primary school, and you had Elder Ras, and he used to live literally in off the schoolyard, and we used to call him the Blackheart Man, right? And at that time, you were fed stories of fear and these things. When you say the Rasta man a move Italy, and then you had Muta Baruka, who came out in that very same time span in the early 80s as most militant, and so all of these things kind of fed a negative narrative on Rastafari.
Yeah, well, Rasta took a lot of punishment for others, because in my time they had something called SUS, which was an 1824 vagrancy act they brought in to persecute people of a particular color. I might say, I don't know, the core of your listeners, so I don't want to upset too many. I don't want to upset too many people.
Well, your views are your views.
Yeah, that's true. And when a Rasta was taken into custody, they were given a beating, and to some extent, it was to send a message out to other people who didn't have locks, to say, this is what will happen to you if you grow locks. You know, so we owe a debt of gratitude to Rastafari. And we you know, as I said, Rastafari has its issues, don't get me wrong, and I'm not gonna go into that side of it now. But it has educated so many, the genre has educated and the culture has educated so many people worldwide, including myself. I don't know where I would be if I didn't get Rasta, because everything that was coming out of Africa during my upbringing was totally negative. Totally negative. War, famine, starvation, governments which were toppled every 6 months. You can't rule yourself. Black people can't manage their own affairs. When Rasta educated us that that's not the full picture that you'll see. The full picture, the picture is, the other side of the coin is that our actions are controlled by others. And it's sad that our actions are still controlled by others, even up to this very day. And that is something I was talking about earlier on, where, you know, none but ourselves can free our mind, as coming from Marcus Garvey, and also in song by Bob Marley himself. Are you going to play a track, Shelly? Well, are you going to? Yep. Yes, go for it.
Liberate yourself, you know. Free your mind. Yeah. Free up. That's right. Free yourself. Free water away. Free water away. I am being set. Free water away. I know come as no lamb to no slaughter, neither the lamb will I slaughter. Music pleasing to the ears, all nations. Catch this, have them weak under the treatment. No. Them weak under the treatment. Listen to me, July. No apology, you don't know Catch This that come play music for all nations worldwide. Check it out. Straight. Free water away. Free water away. I am being set free.
Blessings, Empress Menin.
I know come as no lamb to no slaughter, neither the lamb will I slaughter. I know life is the greatest gift, and I must preserve life. Eat right, meditate right, do the things which is helpful and right. Slew the beast by any means, the Philistine get trampled. Hey, slew the beast by any means, the Philistine get trampled. Free water away. Free water away. Rastafari said, free water away. Free, Listen. Some waste the morning, noon and night. Now they wanna give progress a fight. Waste your morning, noon and night. Now you wanna give the good youths a fight. View yourself, be yourself. You're playing with dynamite. Make a change, rearrange. You make your light shine bright. Free water away. Ooh, free water away. I am being
Sounds of Major Lloyd, as I give you another song before we go back into conversation. This is Kelvin Grant.
everything good is beautiful.
Your love light shine.
No time to fight over what's not mine. I don't claim one thing in a Babylon. My actions are made by Jah all time. He's my salvation. Jah love light shine on each and every one. Some forget that we're all human on the same planet. We must live as one. Jah love is true, and He will respect you. Independent point of view, and the best thing, just smile on you. I choose to be my own person. Don't wanna follow no wrong direction, yeah. You make your own destiny.
You're in tune to the Queen of Reggae Radio, Shelly Lightnin. Shelly Lightnin. Shelly Lightnin. On catch this radio.
No time to fight over what's not mine. I don't claim one thing in a Babylon.
Easy article arts.
My actions are made by Jah all time. He's my salvation. Jah love light shine on each and every one. Some forget that we're all human on the same planet. We must live as one. Jah love is true, and He will respect you. Independent point of view, and the best thing, just smile on you. I choose to be my own person. Don't wanna follow no wrong direction, yeah. You make your own destiny. Jah will turn the heat on intensively. You see, Jah love light shine for each and every one. Some forget that we're all human on the same planet. We must live as one.
Now, I've got a little experiment that I want to show you. Because, you know, most weeks I talk about frequencies and vibrations and how the brain, you know, sends out frequencies at its 7.87 megahertz, etc. So, as part of all of that, just to prove to you that we are electric beings and we need electric food and we need electric energy because we are electric energy and you have to treat your body as such. I want to say, bless up Mr. Reality, Easy Article Art Studios. So a very good article friend of mine heard me speaking of such things and said, Shelly, you know, I have something to show you. And, you know, I like all these scientific things and the quantum things, you know, and such things, right? So what I have here is, I'll put them up close. I have two, what's the plural for fuse? Is P.C.R.LI? No, I'm joking. I have two fuses, right? One is a live fuse and one is a dead fuse. Now, only something that has electricity in it would be able to complete the circuit, okay? So, I'm going to show Mr. Pilot first. That not working, right? That's a dead one. You have that one now, and pull out your phone and see if it will work. Now, this is the live fuse. It literally... Oh, hold on. I blocked my frequency. That's the live one. Yes, that's show them. So that means Mr. Pilot here is a full circuit, full of electricity, because it's operating the live fuse. Now this is the dead one.
Doesn't work. Wow.
Right? So, no. This leads me to say to you, a lot of us are feeling certain ways, increased anxiety, headaches. Oh, mine didn't work because it blocked frequency because my vibe's too high. Right, so basically it's an electromagnetic frequency that is a signal that is pushed through your body that is measured in hertz. Now, as an electric, as a battery then, let us call ourselves a battery. We store energy. You know, if you look at a circuit board and then look at the map of a city, I don't know if you may see any similarities. You know, I'm just saying. So, just think, if you're on your phone scrolling, that the frequencies from the phone, they actually can clash, may clash, have the ability to, not saying that they do or they don't. I'm just proposing a hypothetical theory. Just think the amount of times that you tap, if you're like on TikTok and you're liking something, how that affects, goes against your heart rate or your heartbeat. And then just, you know, imagine so many people having cardiac problems, you know, anxiety, the frequencies, the headaches. What's your screen time like? Because remember, you know, many of us think that we see with our eyes, but we don't. We see with our mind. Our eyes are actually just receptors of light. And then just think, have you turned off the blue light on your phone, on the background of your phone? Because just think now, I'm just saying, right? When you have a fish tank, you put a blue light in it to kill the algae, right? So I'm just saying, and we like all these pretty LED. You notice the color of mine? Green. Yeah. So you got to think about the various frequencies, what you're doing with yourself, etc.
You know, Shelly, it's funny you should say that because it's one of my areas of thought as well, because everything that is electrical gives off a frequency, and also radiation as well, which is very important, because it is said in studies that people that live above these electrical pylons, they're more susceptible to certain illnesses such as cancer. Could that just be because of the strong electromagnetic energy that is given off by those power lines, and how it affects the human body?
Same thing with men. Same thing with, you'll see an increased rate in prostate cancer. Same thing with men, phones in pockets, women, phones on your chest, breast, side, etc. And yeah, they do push a lot of frequency. But also, in saying that, when you talk about those big trees that have been planted everywhere, that have to push, I'll say it again, you can't go into an X-ray room and stand up. And therefore, have a look how much more times those G's are as compared to the gamma rays. Sure, it's like 100 and odd more. And then even the man, I'm sure, that invented the Wi-Fi and said it should possibly be illegal to even have it in schools, because all of these frequencies, they push off your body and bounce off and bounce in between. And then just think, if you got 4 kids and they got 4 iPads, and then you got your phones, and then you got your laptops, then everybody's got a telly in their room. And all these things disrupt the circadian rhythm. It's the natural rhythm of the body, the natural waking with the sun, going to bed when it's dark. I remember my parents were so strict. Listen, all in the summer, I used to stand up at the window and watch the other rest of picnic them outside and play. Yeah. And if any of them, we used to beg them, go shh, shh. Because the minute they would say something, I'm in here, go to your bed.
Well, I'll tell you something. I come from the days where there was only one TV in the house. Exactly. And that was controlled by, well, we were the remote control. Because your parents would say, turn over the TV for me. Yeah. You know, as you just pointed out, everybody has a TV in their own bedroom. You know, so there's a lot of different energies coming from different. There are computers that are switched on. There's printers Wi-Fi printers that are probably switched on. That's so much different energies crossing and entering, accessing the human body as well. And is it sparking off anything? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I do feel that, yes, there is something that...
But we used to run outside barefoot.
Yes.
We used to climb trees because there was no health and safety. And all these things, they help to discharge negative ions from the body and replenish the body's battery. You know, going outside, just being in nature, getting the natural sunlight, which is very hard to sieve through the skies at the minute.
Well, I must. I'm actually fortunate that I was born in that time where children did play outside. Children did do dangerous things. Scrumping, climbing walls, climbing fences, doing things that we shouldn't be doing. But at the same time, it's life experience that learned us a lot. And sometimes we got injured by doing it as well. I mean, the amount of times I was riding a bicycle from the age of probably 5. Once you learn how to ride a bicycle, you never forget. Yeah. I can always get onto a bike and ride it no matter how long. I've never rode a bike, but I fell off my bike. I remember I was riding on, it was a road called in Handsworth. It's where I grew up. And I was riding my bicycle on Linwood Road. No, sorry, Whately Road. Whately Road is off Linwood Road. Now I was riding down the road quite fast, and suddenly a boy ran in front of me, and I hit him, bang, straight on. Flew over the handlebars, and the bike was probably 30 feet from where I hit the young man. Fortunately, his mother came out. He was okay, but I certainly wasn't. You know, but I still got back on the bike, and I still rode my bicycle. Yeah. And, you know, children and parents are so risk averse now that they don't allow their children to go outside and play with other children and socialize with other children and learn what's happening in other households. So it's a different lifestyle. They'd rather sit them down and play with an iPad. True. And you're talking about frequencies again, and what's happening when they're playing with that iPad for a very prolonged period, which some of them do. I mean, I can see my granddaughter. My granddaughter's got an iPad, and she's on that quite a lot. You know, maybe she should be on it a lot less, in terms of her own development. Yes. You know, But it's one of those things, Shelley, and you make such a good argument, such a good case in terms of we should look at these unseen, because remember, this is what we're talking about is unseen. And that's the problem that people will say, or the purveyors of this technology will say, oh no, it's totally harmless, it won't harm you. When in my mind, they know that there's harm to it.
Shall we play a song?
Yes, of course we shall play a song.
I know in these times of uncertainty, worry fills you with anxiety. Mother, don't you cry. Father, don't be sad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Sister, don't you fret. Brother, don't be mad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. It's a new world, a new race. Got to mask your face. Lockdown, then they track and trace and violate the human race. Mother, don't you cry. Father, don't be sad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Sister, don't you fret. Brother, don't be mad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Mother, don't you cry. Father, don't be sad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Sister, don't you fret. Brother, don't be mad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. I'm roots reggae stepping, the world is resetting. Please don't worry, I know it's upsetting. Don't get caught up in the illusions they're creating. Lift your frequency on which you're vibrating. Mother, don't you cry. Father, don't be sad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Sisters, don't you fret. Brother, don't be mad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Mother, don't you cry. Father, don't be sad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Sister, don't you fret. Brother, don't be mad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. It's a new world, a new race. Got to mask your face. Lockdown, then they track and trace and violate the human race. Mother, don't you cry. Father, don't be sad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Sister, don't you fret. Brother, don't be mad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Mother, don't you cry. Father, don't be sad, don't worry. It's just a global reset. Sisters, don't you fret. Brother, don't be mad, don't worry. Alright, I'm a peaceful.
Yes, this is Silky representing for Shelly Lightnin, the queen of radio.
Tell me why do they always try to hold me down? Oh, why? They must slander my name all over the town, trying to mash me down. It's a crying shame, again and again they won't leave my name. But I'm a peaceful woman, I don't believe in doing wrong. I'm a peaceful woman, but never trouble anyone. Some of them I lie, some of them I try to take my space. But I don't know why they bother to try, cause they're just too late. So I journey on with sheer determination. Your opinions don't set my destination. To be fair, I am my only competition.
my own expedition, moving forward with no expectations. My destiny is greater than my imagination. Stay focused and avoid all distraction. Improve yourself, explore your mind, it's elevation. Tell me why do they always try to hold me down? Oh, why? They must slander my name all over the town, trying to mash me down. It's a crying shame. Again and again, they won't leave my name. I'm a peaceful woman.
Whether you're uptown or downtown or old town or new town, Shelly Lightnin, you don't know say, oh, you're versatile when it come to music, you know, cause, oh, we don't respect no like a idiot DJ, we play some like a flat music. Run them where?
I stand firm on my own 2 feet, and I won't ever accept defeat. My success is destined to come, 'cause my heart is willing and my spirit is strong. You know, sister, that I column this, foundation this, I real rock this, and them can't budge this. Me say I column this, foundation this, I real rock this, no them can't budge this. It was a fool who built up on sand and not stone. Give thanks every day for the strength in my bones. Say I column this, foundation this, real rock, rock, rock. I am wiser because I've been foolish, but I still made it through it. Now I'm better, firm and more rooted. He who thinks better, I go do it. Trusting on the works of the Father and just work little harder you will reap the fruits of what you do. Beg you stay true to the others, stay true to yourself. Me want to hear me sister and me brother say, you know, see I column this, foundation this, I real rock this, and them can't budge this. Me say I column this, foundation this, I real rock this, no them can't budge this. It was a fool who built up on sand and not stone. Give thanks every day for the strength in my bones. Say I column this, foundation this, real rock, yeah. We are monuments, God made monumental, ever balancing the physical and mental. You carry rags out, you laugh like it's a rental. Remember your presence is not accidental, no. So let your light shine from the core. Seek your blessing, let the Father bless you more. Be thankful and realize now if you never did before. You know, sister, that I column this, foundation this, I real rock this, and them can't budge this. Me say I column
Tell you the queen of reggae,
this, I real
Marcia Griffith.
can't budge this. It was a fool.
More than 60 years in the industry.
Don't give thanks every day for the strength.
Celebrate your tune.
Column this, foundation this, I real rock, rock, rock.
I tell you, today has been such a positive vibration. Yeah.
You know, Shelly, you say that about Marcia Griffiths. I mean, I remember when she done the big tune at the time. It was a cover version as well. Bob and Marcia, Young, Gifted and Black. 1970, would you believe? 1970. Was that 55 years ago? If my maths, 56 years ago, if my maths serves me right. You know, and that tune is still out there now. You play that and people will still dance to it now. And as I said, it's a big cover version of an old Nina Simone tune. Mm-hmm. Young, Gifted and Black. Nina Simone done the original of that. So, you know, beautiful the late Bob Andy as well. But Marcia's still going strong, and it's one of those artists that when she does come to Birmingham, I always ensure that I get a ticket to go and see her, because I just love her music and I just love her performances. She's absolutely brilliant, in my opinion, anyway.
So let me give you that same song.
Okay, you're going to play that same song for me. By another.
Yes, this is I'm on the stool of Boom Donovan. This one goes out to the Queen of Reggae Radio in the United Kingdom, Shelly Lightnin. It's not easy to be frightening. I'm on said that Boom Donovan straight. Right now, bust it, Shelly Lightnin. Reggae on top.
We are of Morgan heritage, and right now we're taking to the sweet in tune, man. To lightning. I'm not thunder licking up, but remember say, oh, lightning. Yes, I don't touch it down and stay a while. I will say that. Morgan heritage rockers.
Absolutely good to see so many young roots, purveyors of roots music around now, because the first track that Shelly played, Africa Must Be Free, Hugh Mundell, a great young artist, and it's so sad that he passed away so young, because I think if that young man had grown and was still around now, he would be doing some great things. But that track, Africa Must Be Free, is still, yeah. Okay, right, yep. And you know, he went early as well. Yeah, that's so, it's so sad when we see our and Jacob Miller as well, Jacob Killer Miller. Yeah, funnily enough, I remember when Jacob Miller passed away, and it wasn't. I heard the news in this was about 1980, I think. 1980, Jacob Miller passed away in a motorcycle accident, I believe.
He was supposed to go on tour with the band.
Yeah, I was at a place called Oakland's, and a sound system called Mafia Tone was playing. Stafford Douglas's sound. And I can't remember who was on the mic who announced that Jacob Miller had passed away. I think it might have been... Probably would have been Bugsy at the time, who would be probably the mic man for Mafia Tone at that time. But that's how I heard that Jacob Miller had passed away. And now somebody passes away and you hear in sort of minutes because of social media. So it just shows you back then, to get certain types of news which was relevant to us, you had to go to the dance hall to find out about what was happening with an artist. If you didn't, and what was happening with the music, because if you didn't go to the dance, you simply couldn't keep up to date. You know, but now with social media just splashing around in Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, you know, you just hear in minutes now, which is something.
Just on the congregation of the mighty high. He got it among the gods. How long will it and accept the person of the wicked. Do justice unto the afflicted and the needy, Jah. Rid them out of the hands of the wicked. They know not, neither do they understand. They walk on and on in darkness. Deliver the poor and needy, Jah, please. Deliver the poor and needy. Deliver the poor and
Joe Gibbs selection.
Deliver the poor and needy.
All courtesy of DJ Earl.
Search her out, of course, Jah.
Still have it from Royal Judge.
And all of you are children.
Respect Article Arts. Article Arts, a great show as always. Oh, Mr. Pilot, this is a question for you, sir. Is my brethren coming back on the radio permanently? Once a week we could do with the peoples like that pan it. Are you ready?
I tell you, I would need a dance partner to come back on the radio. I would certainly need a dance partner. One of the people that I work well with and I really did resonate well with was a lady named Sister Ancobia.
Okay, I know.
She was one of my best dance partners in terms of vibes that we and energy that we got from each other. I really love working with Sister Ancobia. I see her quite regularly, you know, and I've often said to her, you know, what about us, you know, going again? But there's also people like Brother Andrew who I work with, you know, got a lot of vibes and energy from Brother Andrew. He's a Nation of Islam follower. But we went through a range of really good subjects. Sister Elaine is another one from going back to that time. And a brother named Bill Duffus, who I used to be on my show quite a lot as well. But Sister Ancobia, I mean, as I said, she works so well. But you're going to play one from the album that we were talking about earlier on, Super Ape. 1976, that album came out. Absolutely brilliant album. 3 in 1. 3 in 1. Lee Scratch Perry. This album, it was, and a lot of the sound system men and people of my genre will know the track. It was called Underground. It was just it was one of those tracks you'll never forget. When you hear it, you never forget it. And I saw many a sound system get dropped by that tune. Trust me. Because if you had bass and the sound system that you were playing didn't have a bass line or a good bass line, and if you played that tune and you really cranked it up, that sound would have to sign off. And I saw a sound system. I was at a dance in Smethwick. It was a place called Horizon, and a sound called Massigan Sound, Dolphus, and they were playing a sound. I can't remember the name of the other sound they were playing. Oh Christ, it escapes my mind. But it was a brother I went to school with. Sadly passed away now. But when Dolphus played this particular track, Underground, and he hammered the bass line. Terrible. Couldn't play again. The other sound could not play again. You know, and I tell you who used to sign off quite a few sounds as well. The brother you just mentioned, Rastred. As you know, no, Jungle Man. Oh, Jungle Man. Jungle Man. That sound was, it actually changed the whole persona of sound systems in Birmingham, because prior to that, you know, you would get people playing with sort of, I don't know, maybe 3-4 double boxes. Jungle Man came along with the amplification, which was different, and the speaker power, and I think a lot of things just took off from there. The power of sound systems now is insane. absolutely insane when you've got 1,000-watt speakers and, you know, to drive that, you've got to have the amplification. In my day when I had my sound system, there were 4 types of speakers that you bought. There was Goodman's, Fane, Titan, and I'm trying to remember the other one now. There's 4 of them. Goodman, Titan, Fane, and there's another one that's escaped some Wharfdale. No, you couldn't afford a Wharfdale. No, but it was a proper sound system setup. But now, as you say, it's a more of a PA setup now. True. We used to play a 3-way, which was bass, mid, and tops. Whereas now your sound systems are playing 5-way. They go bottom, mid bass, mid range, tweeter, and higher tweeter. And I don't know if they sound better to me now than they did then. I'm not even sure. They knock your head off, but you don't feel. I listened to Shaka a lot back in the day. Very rugged bass line. But it was all about the frequencies. More so than if you could knock somebody's head off with the bass line. You know, it swings and roundabouts, as I say. And there's a lot I could speak about in terms of sound systems then and sound systems now. It's people who have crossed the sound systems of in my day, and people who are still playing their sound now, which is a very different aspect. But those people who are still playing, I like people like Wooligan, who's Wooligan, a great engineer, learnt his trade down at Thompson in Nineveh Road. that's where he learnt his trade. But Wooligan has an appreciation of a sound system and how a sound system should sound, and that's one of the old kind of sound system engineers, you know. So I always respect and appreciate somebody like that. Dolphus, again, another person who, in terms of Birmingham, who I like to hear when he plays out as well. You know, got good memories of Massigan sound, one of those sounds I listened to when I was in my teens. You know. But yeah, there's so much things. As I said, you know, people. Somebody says it's brother coming back on the radio again. I don't know. As I said, it's the dance partner. It's the dance partner that I need to bring the best out of both of us. You know, and I think rather than me talking on the radio just by myself, having somebody else there to interact and bounce opinions off, to me is very important. I've done shows on my own. I've done a lot of shows by myself, and it generated a lot of calls as well, and a lot of response. But nothing beats when you've got that dance partner. And if you know, as I said, one of my best was Ancobia, Sister Ancobia. I have to say that, you know. You're expecting me to keep talking. That's what I am. I am a talker. Silhouette, yes. All right.
As well, people were so happy just to dance to an instrumental, you know. Yeah, and Sir Christopher was very much known for their instrumentals. In fact,
yeah, instrumentals were part and parcel of the dance hall scene, and it's a pity that has faded out now, and you probably only hear the instrumental in a revived dance, which is good, or a roots dance. But when you talk about roots and dub, I mean, we get the genres that came off roots music like dubstep. But I'm what you call what is that? What do you call? I'm looking for that word. No, not a connoisseur. You can use it. You can use the old school term, but I like the roots with lyrics, but had a good dub side. You get a tune like 7 Miles of Black Star Liner by Dreadlocks. You played that earlier on by Dreadlocks, but it had a great B-side as well. The lyrics were absolutely, enthralling. But then the B-side, when the sound system turned that over, and one of the sound systems I used to like playing that tune back in the 70s, funnily enough, was a sound called Nyaman. Now they would always play 7 Miles of Black Star Line, and so they'd give you the vocal, and then when they turned it over, they hammered the bass line, absolutely hammered the bass line. So those people who and this one, Diverse Doctrine, yes, of course, Mighty Diamonds, yep, you could hammer the bass line.
Well, Pilot, you were saying earlier what was the fourth speaker. Article Art says, is it Celestian speakers?
Correct. Yes, that is correct. Yes, 4 types of speakers. Yeah. Yes. Goodman's, Thane, Celestian. Yes. That was the 4th speaker. There were 4 speakers because we, as youths, we could just about afford those speakers to put in our speaker boxes. Article Arts, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. And my fading memory is elder now.
Every time I talk about ya, every time I talk about ya, I feel good. Every time I talk about ya, I feel good. Give the king thy praise.
Yes, this is Silky the representing for Shelly Lightnin, the queen of radio.
Cause say that one more river be cross. Say that one more river be cross. Say that one more river be cross.
Please, no more war. No more war. It's been such a long time since we don't have no peace. From the very beginning of time, man has been raging wars against mankind. If it's not for religion, it is for the fat of the land. But as a member of this now generation, I say, here I stand in condemnation, saying you don't wanna fight. No more war. We don't wanna
Yeah, just had a message come through from article, and I certainly agree with you entirely in terms of the digital and the analog frequencies, where we get analog, which is a sound wave, whereas digital is a straight line. So it's everything's compressed. So it's two different types of energy that the music gives out. And I still, that's why we play our vinyls, to get that rounded sound. You know, the unadulterated sound when we play vinyl.
Go forth and fight for your country. General sit back in his picture and claims he fights his wars from the marks up against the wall. Whilst you and I got to get out on the front line, where wars are won, lives are lost, souls are forgotten and wounded are crawling. But as a member of this now generation, I say, here I stand.
Yeah, man. I say earthquake lightning and thunder upon them, and those that fight against your upright in heart, you know. Those that fight against your upright in heart shall perish, you know. Yeah, man, they shall melt, you know, and shall blow away, you know, by the chaff, you know. Rastafari.
You know, this song, for people can sing along and show a little of their versatility, you know. Things like, when you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. Oh, I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down.
That's for you, Linda.
Every time.
Keep it shining on me. Love light. Hey. Lord, keep that light shining on me. Oh Lord.
Critical arts says speak up, pop out. What you say? Simon Peter says I'm enjoying the show. Thank you both, blessed Lord. Give a thanks, Simon Peter. I know that both speak and span, Captain.
Keep that light shining on me. Oh Lord, keep that light shining on me. Oh yeah, show that love in your heart. Show that love right from the start, and keep that light shining on me. Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, you know, we've been playing a lot of roots selections during the time that we've been the duration of the show. And this is why roots music will never die. And this is why it has more meaning now in terms of lyrics and content. The relevance of it is really showing up now in the way the world is going. The way the world is going now. And, you know, it's one of our treasures, roots music, and we need to keep it. Yeah, here's Treasure Isle now, Duke Reed production. Born 1950. I have to say, Shelly, it's been a wonderful afternoon coming into your studio and doing the show with you. Allowing me to be your co-host this afternoon has been. Thank you so much for that.
Hear me out loud. Yeah. Oh, girl, I wake up nights planning and scheming for your love, I spend all my
No, bubbling. No, bubbling. The other side. Yeah, the significance of this. Before you play this one, now, when P.C.R.L. started in 1985, and I'm just thinking, what year was this one done? Just have a look at it. Just to have a look at it. If it's the same tune I'm thinking of. What year was this done? I can't remember now, but it doesn't say. Can you've probably got a better eyesight than me. You've probably got a better eyesight than me. I think it was about 85, 86, something like that. But I'm sure that when P.C.R.L. got its first studio raid, that this track was the one on the turntable at the time. I'm absolute. I'm. If my memory serves me right, this would have been 85, something like that. So I'm sure this tune was on the turntable when they came in. It was Dorset Tower in Hockley. And we were raided for the first studio raid. Cecil was there, Trevor Ranks was there, Pedro, Captain, Rodney J, and myself. I think we were all in the studio at the time, and this was the tune on the turntable.
Everybody wants to know now, right?
I'm sure it was. Have you got the right side?
Yeah, man. Bubbly.
By Aswad. Yep. Yes, it was. My memory serves me right. P.C.R.L's first raid.
Turn the lights down low. Operator, play the music that we love so well. Everyone is feeling high far as I can tell. The music takes control until the broad daylight, and I know that we can rock it 'cause the time is right. Say, won't you come on over? Come to the dance, little sister. Now we can smoke a split, maybe have a drink or two. 'Cause I've waited all week to spend some time with you. So won't you come on over? Give me your answer. 'Cause I man feel like bubbling. You're the one to bubble with me. I man feel like jumping. How's about you jumping with me? I'm ready and waiting, my hopes are high. We've got what it takes, and we've got all we need. So put on your
sounds of Aswan. And you see, that's why I say to people, music makes you remember times and places, you know? Yeah, man, when you hold a vinyl, it brings back instinctively the first time where you were holding it. It is.
Yeah, you know, I totally agree with that, you know, because I was saying when you bought that new vinyl from the record shop and the smell of the vinyl was something, that newness. And once you played it a few times, the vinyl smell wore off, you know, but once it was new in the sleeve, and the plastic, it was a certain, and sound system men will resonate with me when I say that as well, you know. But I have to say, if we're running out of time, I've got to say, of course, rest in peace to my great friend Cecil Abraham Morris, who enabled me and a number of others to show how, I'll just big up so many presenters, and they produced you as well. Those female presenters, they produced Shelly here, which is so beautiful. It's nice to see so many ladies on the and that was due to Cecil's work. The late Angel A. Can't forget Angel A. One of my favorite ladies, and of course Ranking Bev, Sandra B, Lady Cherry, Night Nurse, Calypso Queen, Lady D, Gypsy, Crucial P. Oh, so many of the ladies that I can't forget at all, But all due to Cecil Morris's efforts, and again the sacrifices that he made. We talk about sound system sacrifices, but radio sacrifices. He made so many sacrifices, and hopefully one of these days, if Shelly invites me back to her studio, I might be able to talk about some of those, and the conversation may descend into different things. Yeah, and you're gonna play a track. Yeah, man,
I'm gonna as always.
Yep.
As always, I like to finish as we started, rootically.
Can't grab and paralyze. All down pressures, aggressors, transgressors. I and I are Rasta children. I and I are Rasta children. We come from Zion. We come from Zion. Living down here in Babylon, enduring the strife and tribulation. I and I no check for vanity. I and I deal with humanity, enduring the strife and tribulation. With your guidance and protection to lead the children out of Babylon.
I tell you, Pilot just raised a point, and even though we said goodbye, it's necessary to share it, because he's saying, about the frequency and vibration. Roots music is generally 80 to 90 beats per minute, which is correct. And that's why we get the vibe, the heartbeat, because your heart beats at a good heartbeat beats at approximately 80 to 90 beats per minute.
So gather the babe and son.